everyone, how are we today? Just doing a quick all signs check-in today on home and family. All right, so as we all know, family is always, a lot more than blood for a lot of us. So we are taking that into consideration today, and we're looking at, your general home life. Sometimes we do see stuff popping up about your physical house or home, but as well as, that family that you're surrounding yourself with. Okay, so whether that's the immediate family or something a little bit further away as well, because, coming up to Christmas, family is kind of on everyone's minds. So we do want to know, what that's going to bring for us in the near future and what things we may need to be aware of and things like that. Okay, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. I do really appreciate all your support. And obviously it helps you stay up to date with all the readings as well. Today we are using the Wild Whispers Animal Oracle, as well as the Fairy Tale Lenormand. All right, getting into it, starting off with Aries today. Timestamps, as always, in the description box. Okay, more than welcome to jump ahead to other placements. All right. Aries, what does Aries need to know right now in regards to home and family? Home and family messages for our Aries. Okay, so it's just telling me that these are going to be a little bit of a, a power energy for your home and your family at the moment. So with the animal cards, we have the powerful peacock. The proud peacock energy coming through for you, Aries. So this is about prestige, self-respect, and awareness. It says, regal bird bursting with color, your confidence and grace, I would know. Okay, so we have the proud peacock. So this is about, standing tall and vibrant and not hiding your true colors, being very proud. This is a very self kind of energy. So it's very focusing on the role that you play within your home and your family, that self-awareness and being proud of that and showing that, it's not a hiding energy. This is very proud peacock. I'm proud of my role in the family. I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud to, share that with the others in the family or the home. Okay, for some of you here, especially, it's giving me this strong message about, the imagery around your home. So you may want to bring more color into your home to really bring in the positivity in the home life. You may even like, the blues or the peacock imagery. Peacock feathers would be really positive energy to bring into your home at this time, Aries. Aries, what does Aries need to know in regard to home and family? Home and family messages for our Aries. Okay, so Aries, the first card kind of popped itself on out here. We have the clouds coming through. So that's a little bit of overthinking, a little bit of anxiety. So rather than allowing yourself to overthink things and get anxiety about the way that we are, showing up in the home, in the family, it's once again going back to that proud energy, proud to be myself, proud to show my true colors and, not be dragged down by my overthinking and my because with the clouds here, it's definitely a tendency to think on the negative side of things with the clouds here. Overthinking swells us into confusion and self-doubt, whereas the more that you're embracing, this is who I am, I'm showing my true colors, I'm opening myself up to be myself, it does really help combat the negativity of the clouds there. But it does just show us that there may just be some, overthinking about things and really needing to, every time we do start that spiral where we're thinking out of control there on the negative stuff, to, allow the clouds to part and think about what the possible positives could be in that situation as well, sort of balancing it out a little bit here. We do see the clover coming through here, Aries. So there's a lot of luck surrounding you and your home at the moment. It's a good opportunity, a good time to be investing in the physical home. So once again, I'm getting, bringing in more color, bringing in new items into the home. So decor, and I'm getting bedding for some reason as well. There may be some sort of colorful bedding that you're embracing and bringing into the home at the moment. It really does help nurture the energy of the home for you at the moment in a very positive way. It's a good time to start investing in the physical property, investing in the family that you're surrounding yourself with, investing yourself in, taking a pardon me, taking a bit of a risk to truly open up and show your true colors here. It just keeps giving the same sorts of messages here. It may feel as though you're taking a bit of a chance, a bit of a risk. You're jumping in the deep end here by opening up and showing yourself to people that maybe, I feel like for a lot of you've just held back a little bit in the past here, Aries, but now we have the bear there as well. So strong, confident energy. You're definitely embracing your self-confidence at the moment and, trusting that this is who I am and like it or lump it kind of thing. I don't need to overthink whether people don't like it. I just need to be it myself, and just be proud to be who I am. There does also show us here that there might be, the need to take a chance to set clear, healthy boundaries with people as well, not letting people overstep your boundaries within the family as well. Okay, so that's what's coming through for you, Aries. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, maybe even cross-watch some of the family members there as well. And make sure you do subscribe, and we will move on over to our Taurus. Okay, Taurus, what's going on for Taurus with home and family? Home and family messages for our Taurus. Oh, beloved dog. I love this energy for you, Taurus. This is very faithful friend energy. That the people that you surround yourself in your home and your family here, very faithful and honest with you. We have honesty, faithfulness, dependability in that card. It also says, loyal and faithful friend of man, protect and guide me between the worlds. So, there is a lot of protection and guidance available to you from your family as well. If you do have actual dogs in the home, really trust their instinct at the moment. Okay, so paying attention to their moods does seem to be quite important here, Taurus, that, if you're noticing your dog's feeling a little bit off, there may be something going on within the home, within the family that you're needing to pay a little bit of attention to. Okay, so paying attention to your dog's emotions right now somehow feels very important, but you do have a lot of protection and faithful, loyal energy around you within the home and the family. So, you can turn to these people for honesty, for advice, for all those sorts of things. There is someone who maybe wants to protect you as well. I'm picking up for a couple of you here. There's a strong protective energy there as well. Taurus, what's going on for Taurus with home and family? Home and family messages for Taurus. Oh my goodness. Cannot make this shit up, Taurus. Look at that. The dog coming out first for you here. So very similar energy here. The dog in the Lenormand has very, very similar energy to that oracle card. It does talk about loyalty, dependability, understanding and compassion. That these are very loyal people around you, that you're surrounding yourself with people who are not just family, but they are friends as well. So whether they're blood or otherwise, these people are very, understanding of you and compassionate towards you no matter what you're going through. Okay, definitely seeing strong energy there and strong reliability and dependability on those people, knowing that you can find that support when you need it, and you can offer your support to those people as well. There's, once again, it's like regardless of whether we were related, you still be my friend. I'm picking up for you there, Taurus. We do see the bear coming through here as well. So especially with this bear for you, Taurus, we have the two children in that bear energy. And this is kind of you taking care of the children, nurturing the children into that same dog energy in the family here. We do also have the woman as well. So another nurturing energy. So I'm really getting your energy here. The message coming through for you to be very nurturing, especially towards children and animals within the family at the moment and over Christmas as well, Taurus, that there's something about the way that you teach these children and give advice and support to these children. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they're, young children. This could be adult children as well, Taurus. or adults that are still, immature in some kind of way. They don't even necessarily need to be younger than you, but you're offering your advice, you're offering your support to these people and nurturing them and nurturing the growth within them, and, really allowing them to start learning a little bit more about how to be loyal and how to show compassion and understanding towards others, just by being yourself, I feel here, but there may be the need to set up some healthy boundaries, especially when it comes to your emotions. Okay, the feminine can, be a little bit emotional at times, and so there does seem to be this need to, protect your emotions a little bit. But both the dog energy and the bear energy are very protective energy, and so you're being very protective and supportive of the people around you, especially the children. And the animals here. So you're really needing to stand tall and strong and take care of those things around you at the moment. So someone may just need some extra emotional support, and or even just that learning of what healthy emotional boundaries look like. It feels like they're looking up to you for that, Taurus. Okay, so that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Geminis. Okay, Gemini, home and family messages for Gemini. Home and family, Gemini. Okay, we have the spunky squirrel coming through for you, Gemini. Okay, so this talks about preparedness, practicality, and manifestation. All right, so like the little squirrel putting its nuts away for winter, it does say, Master of all hidden treasure, help me guard the things that matter most. All right, so there is the need for, this protection, this guarding kind of energy, and not so much guarding, in a physical protection sense, but protecting against, the future. And when things go wrong, you're saving up those nuts so that, if something were to go wrong, you've got all these nuts you can fall back on. Okay, so there's just something about that you're, putting things aside specifically for a rainy day kind of thing. Gemini, what does Gemini need to know in regard to house and family, home and family for our Geminis? So I'm kind of getting like putting money away for like things around the home. Definitely looking at longer term things as well. Okay, because firstly we have the clouds. So you are needing to be very logical and rational about this as well. There's some sort of, normally the clouds can be a bit of a negative energy telling us that you're overthinking things, but this actually does feel as though it's not so much that you're currently overthinking, it's that you're just thinking about the wrong things. You're needing to think more long term. We have the lilies coming through next, which is a very long term energy. So it's kind of thinking about, setting ourselves up for like 10 years from now, 20 years from now, long-term things, not just the short-term things. So it's kind of telling me here that you need to stop thinking about, stressing about things that are going on right here, right now, but start planning for the future within the home and the family. So, planning for, is this house going to be big enough when we have children, or, whatever that is, whatever stage of life you're at, thinking forwards. I'm getting like around the 5-10 year mark kind of thing coming through. So thinking, rather than thinking about, what I need for this year or next year, thinking about, the 5-year plan, the 10-year plan, and where the home and family situation is heading. And how can I meet that halfway? We have the garden there as well. So how can I meet that halfway? I'm picking with the garden energy, a lot of, for a lot of you, this is going to be making space in the garden, like specifically in your actual garden, making sure we've got outdoor space, for the future. Long-term planning as well. So that can talk about things like, you're planting the seeds now for a tree that might take 5 years to grow, but then it's going to be the tree that you need in that area. Does that make sense? Like, you may be just planting a small tree now, but 5-10 years from now, it's going to be, you know, covering and shading and all those sorts of things. So, you know, for some reason, actual gardening and focusing on the actual garden of your home does seem to be important, but long-term planning on the side of that. But we're also sort of thinking about, you know, how can we meet our needs in the 5-10 years from now? What are we putting things away for in the future? Especially social spaces and accommodating others in the future, because that is a very social energy, the garden. It's like, usually it's like getting out and about in public. So maybe, you know, there needs to be something about that coming through there as well, that there's, you know, a social space, accommodating for those sorts of things around. It does feel like a very physical space thing here too. It doesn't necessarily, although for some of you, there may be like a plan here in place that you're putting in place with yourself of like setting up traditions for the future, that, okay, so, you know, when we want to have this whole family gathering, we go to X place, or you know, like, the park, we're right near a park, so we go, you know. But I'm just still getting a very physical relation here with the home and the family, that it's not so much the actual, you know, family relationships that we're needing to focus on at the moment. It's the physical spaces of home, and what home is and what home needs to be in the future in a physical kind of a way. Is what's coming through predominantly for you, Gemini, that, you know, if you're looking for a new place as well, thinking those things, taking those things very much into consideration with the spaces that you're looking at, the long term, rather than just what you need for right here, right now. You are needing to prepare for the future. All right. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Cancer. Pardon. Cancer. What's going on for Cancer with home and family? What does Cancer need to know in regard to home and family? Home and family messages for Cancer collective, please. We have the modest mouse. Okay, so that must be why I was having difficulty grabbing onto your energy there, Cancer, because it's very modest, hidden, small, tiny, little energy. Like, you're feeling as though you're just a tiny little part of a greater whole here with the family and the home. Contentment, stealth, humbleness. Tiny keeper of inner strength, help me unlock my hidden potential. So there's just something here, Cancer, about you are just one tiny little cog. You do feel as though you fly under the radar a little bit here with the home and the family stuff, that you're overlooked quite often. You know that, but that actually gives you this stealthiness that you know, if you're overlooked and no one, you're not the star of the show, so to speak, you are privy to a lot more information than others may be. You have this stealth energy going on there as well, so you can actually you sneak into more things than you realize. You're actually this little energy where you can get into every little family grouping. But it leaves you feeling like a little bit alone and aside from everyone else sometimes, because I'm just kind of feeling that for a lot of you, you're sometimes feeling this little separation sometimes, that you're feeling a little bit small compared to, you know, others in the family, you know, that they may have their individual pairings or whatever, and you're feeling a little separate to that sometimes. But it enables you to, you know, blend into all of it, rather than, you know, and you're able to go between all of them and blend well with everybody here, you know, rather than. But there's no need to be quite so humble as well. Your role is actually more important than you realize within the home and the family. Home and family messages for Cancer, please. Home and family messages for our Cancer. Yeah, you are a stronger part of the family than you actually realize, Cancer. We do have the bear coming through firstly here. So, you know, people actually do, you know, it seems like you're the element that people want to protect and defend, your honor kind of thing. If something were to go on in your life, people would just be a little bit overprotective, I feel, because they see you as someone that they want to nurture you and you know, because they see you as it's not meek in a bad way. It's that, you know, you're, but it allows you to see that, you know, the strength of others in the family as well. Just because others are very strong, overbearing kind of energies doesn't mean that you're anything less than that. You know, you're still just as important as that overbearing energy, just in different ways. Because, you know, without you to protect, how can you imagine how you know, that overbearing energy would become overwhelming, and, you know, it would create a lot of problems, you know. So you are kind of like the peacekeeper, I feel here, especially with the sun coming through here. So I do feel it, followed by the letter. I do feel as though there will be, you know, some expressions of happiness coming your way, and a little bit of a, you know, things coming to light a little bit about how important your role in the family actually is. You know, so you may feel as though you're just this small little modest little mouse, but to others, you're the reason for the happiness. You know, you're the thing that keeps everything cohesive and held together. And, you know, you're the reason that it gives people a reason to protect the family unit, because of the way that you're, you know, gluing it all together kind of thing. I do feel as though this letter energy, it feels like communication or expression coming towards you. You know, that you light up our life, Cancer, that you provide a lot of happiness. You know, having you around makes us happier. Okay, so you're underestimating your role a little bit. I feel like you're seeing yourself as much smaller within the family dynamic than you actually are here, Cancer. You're more than welcome to, you know, cross-watch other members' placements, or check out your other placements as well. But make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Leos. Okay, Leo. Home and family messages for our Leos. Home and family messages for Leo. Oh, Aries had this one as well, Leo. We have the proud peacock coming through for you here. Prestige, self-respect, awareness. All right, that does say regal bird bursting with color, your confidence and grace, I would know. Okay, so people are looking, whether you know it or not, people look to you within the family unit as though you are the leader. You are the, you know, the color in the black and white family. You're the color in this, you know, boring, bland, you know, white walled home. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have white walls or whatever, you know, but you are the thing that lights up the room. You're the thing that brings everything together and you know, creates color in the world within your home, within your family. So, you know, a lot of people do really look up to you here and see you as more confident than you yourself do. You're the strength of the family here. You're the, you know, be proud of your role within the family, that you are the color that you know, I keep getting weird words that aren't words, like unboring thighs. That's not a word at all. Leo, home and you're the what's the word? The presentation of the family. You are the spokesperson kind of thing for the whole family. Home and family messages for Leo. So I'm also getting this message of don't hold back, because, you know, people want to hear what you say and want to know how you feel and what you think. And if you say something isn't, you know, right within the family unit or the home, people want to fix that problem. So, you know, don't hold back. Be truthful with how you're approaching issues around the home as well, because, you know, be proud of knowing that you have that role as spokesperson, that what Leo says goes in this family. So you either, you know, get on board or get out. I'm kind of getting that for some of you here as well. We do start off with a transition here to the coffin, okay? So something needing to come to an end within the actual home or family unit, but in a very loving way, all right? This is actually very reminiscent of my real world Leo friend, her situation at the moment. So I'll definitely have to make sure I forward her this reading when I upload it, because this is like there's a certain thing needing to come to an end, needing to come to a close within, whether it's the home or the family or both. You know, there's something going on in the home that does need to come to an end here, because it's kind of throwing out the stability. We have the house here as well. So it's kind of throwing you, Leo, out of your comfort zone or out of your stable, you know, placement as this proud peacock within the family, that you do need to sort of stand on business here with this situation and make it come to an end. That it's up to, I feel like it's up to you here, that you need to, you know, open up those wings of yours and let those colors shine a little bit here and be proud that, look, I am the spokesperson for this family and this needs to come to an end. We need to work out how to transition this from, you know, a door that needs to close, you know, a death to a rebirth. We need to stop that, bring that to an end so that we can start something new, have something new, go back to, you know, safe and secure, go back to stable within the family home, within the family energy here. You're doing it in a very loving way though. Okay, we have the heart there as well. So, you know, this is, like I said, very reminiscent of my friend's situation with, you know, an unwelcome, well, it's not that they're unwelcome, it's just that they've overstayed their welcome, house guest. Okay, and so it's clearly, in that sort of example, you need to, look, this needs to come to an end. You've overstayed your welcome. It's time to go. Thank you for your service. Just to get the house back into its natural loving flow, all right? And we're not doing it in a mean kind of a way. We're doing it in a very, you know, I'm very house proud. I'm proud of my family, and I'm proud of my family's flow and security and stability. And so in a very loving way, go. So just as an example, that may help a lot of you understand, you know, how that could be interpreted as you know, your particular situation. But it's just kind of that sort of thing. For some of you, there is just something within the home that needs to come to an end. I'm also picking up for one of you here, it's kind of like someone has been refusing to do their chores, or they've been putting off that chore, a specific chore, and that needs to come to an end. I'm seeing something about a back step or something along those lines. I'm just picking up very clearly here, a Leo, where it's like you've been asking someone to fix that back step, fix that back step, fix that back step, and they still have not done that. And so you just need to come in and be a little bit more proud of your role here, Leo, where you need to, you know, in a very loving way say, look, it's not safe. You need to do that now. You have until the end of the week to get that done. All right. Otherwise, I'm going to, you know, you're going to pay for a handyman to come and do it, because I will call a handyman and you're the one who's going to have to pay the bill. All right. So something along those lines there as well for someone, specifically to do with the back steps. So, okay. But, you know, those are sort of how that's going to play out for some of you there. But, you're more than welcome to, you know, take that as it resonates. You, of course, can check your other placements as well if that doesn't resonate for you in your situation. But definitely subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Virgos. Okay, Virgo. Home and family for our Virgos. Home and family messages for Virgo, please. Benevolent bull. Okay, so we see some Taurus energy there. That's Taurus energy, that bull energy. Generosity, prosperity, kindness. Crescent horns reflecting the moon. Your kind and giving nature I would know. What happened, Virgo? It feels like I am getting multiple messages here. Like it feels like something has just happened around the full moon, which was, just the last week. The end of last week was the full moon. For some of you, there may be a relevance here in your full moon reading, the shadow work reading. So there may be some sort of relevance to what I'm picking up on here in that shadow work reading as well. So you may want to go check that out if you haven't watched that already. For some of you, you were seeking kindness of some sort, or you were, because I am getting that for a couple of you, that you have been shown this kindness already, and it's kind of coming to an end. That it's kind of like you've pushed it just a little bit too far, Virgo. That kindness, that you're asking for someone's kindness here, but it may not be practical for them to continue showing you that kindness. So I'm just getting certain things like maybe, especially to do with home and family, like you maybe are asking a little bit too much of somebody at the moment, and that kindness is coming to an end. For others of you, it hasn't even started yet, and that you're about to ask somebody for a kindness. You're because it's like a looking for kindness energy, like a reflection of kindness. But it's like you really need to understand, like look at the situation from your perspective. If you were in their shoes as well. So if you have already asked that kindness of somebody, put yourself in their shoes and sort of say, well, would I be at my limit with this? And vice versa, well, would I do that for them? If I'm about to ask somebody for a kindness within the family, would I do that for them if they were coming to me asking for that? So for some of you, it's got to do with, it does feel like it's got to do with physical, like money or housing. So you may be asking to stay with somebody for a couple of weeks. You may have overstayed a welcome here, Virgo. You may not be contributing enough or to bills, or you may be asking for somebody with help with bills. Those sorts of things are coming to the forefront here. But we'll have a look in the Lenormand as well. Virgo, home and family for our Virgos. So yeah, I'm just getting for someone there asking for money. Especially too, we have the clover coming through first here, Virgo. So this shows us it's a good time to invest in something specific, because we have the key and then the letter here as well, which is like new pathways, new doorways that open to success, to successful communication. So now is the time to invest in a new way of communicating. Like a new doorway of communication needs to be opened, and now is the time to leap into that opportunity. So it's a good time to invest in taking a chance and taking a bit of a risk to, try new ways of communicating. I do just get very clearly here with the key and the letter that this is, a pathway, a new doorway opening towards successful communication or successful expression. And it may be, somebody opening the door to express something to you, or maybe you needing to open the door to allow them to express something to you, or you needing to opening the door to express something to somebody else. But now is the time to jump into that. All right, jump into that, take a chance, that this could be successful. It could work out, okay? Because with the key there, it does look like it will work out. And now is the time, because you have a lot of you know, fortune on your side with that right now. Now's the time to invest in those opportunities that you're given to communicate. All right, so we're not hiding from things at the moment. We're needing to have those conversations at the moment, and now's the time to have them if we're wanting the, you know, the best result for everyone involved. Okay, Virgo. So that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Libra. Okay, Libra. Home and family messages for Libra. Home and family for our Libra. Curious cat. Meow. I don't know why Spirit wanted me to say meow. It's like, for some reason, there is a very I'm getting a lot of sex messages off this Libra, which is not what I would normally expect to see with a home and family reading. Because it's telling me like sex kitten, curious pussy, you know. And it's like telling me go, wow, you know, wow. The energy is kind of cracking me up. So obviously, Libra, it's not family as in blood family that we're talking about right now. All right, this is home, your home situation. For some reason is very sexualized right now. Independence, spontaneity, and balance. So there's that spontaneity, right? It's that, wow, jumping on it kind of energy. Like a, you know, it says here, agile hunter, protector and friend, summon the mystical magic of nature. So there's just something here about, you know, especially with the agile hunter, like someone here is hunting their prey right now around the home. I don't know why it's coming through like that, but that's what's coming through, that it's it just wants to talk about jumping and you know, not stalking in a creepy way, but you know, stalking your prey and jumping on them. the spontaneous fun coming through here. Libra, home and family messages for Libra, please. So maybe having someone around your home for that purpose. If you live by yourself. Libra, home and family messages for Libra. Feels like a very fun, playful kind of energy. Yeah. Have the masculine and the feminine coming through first here. So we do see that divine pairing, you know, divine balance between masculine and feminine, very well balanced at the moment, very meeting of you know, perfect pairing coming through here on the way. We have the rider coming through, very swift, jump on it, pounce kind of energy. So it's time to pounce on that perfect pairing, Libra. So okay, like if that's not applicable in your situation, please feel free to check your other placements. It's giving me a very one message, and it's not talking about anything else. For some of you, there may just be the need to, you know, balance out the masculine and feminine, and maybe explore your sexuality a little bit, you know, and that curious kitty energy on your own. You know, it's natural, right? Natural instincts of animals, right? Go for it, Libra. It's a good. The universe says do it. Oh, that's funny. Okay, well, That's what we have for you, Libra. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Scorpios. Okay, Scorpio, home and family messages for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know in regard to home and family, please? Stealthy shark. Oh, okay. It's telling me straight away, I smell blood. Comprehension, progress, improvement. It does say powerful predator, hunting with ease. Show me the way to trust my instincts. It kind of does feel like, you know, a shark hunting. I smell blood, and like now I'm hunting down my prey. There's something. I'm getting a very specific message for some of you here, that there's something in your home that needs to get out of your home. Okay, it's the energy of something in your home is not good for your home. Okay, and you know, it's talking about trusting your instincts and hunting down something here. It's like I'm getting messages like check under the couch, check behind the couch cushions, you know, check all those dusty places that something may have been dropped, or you know, like because I'm picking up like rotting fruit, and I'm getting like, you know, I smell blood, like there's something has been spilled or something in your home that you need to find it and clean it or get it out of your home. For some of you, it's an item, okay? There's an item in your home that needs to go. I'm seeing something the color of like a shark, like a bluey gray color. I'm also seeing that silver, that off silver of like a coin that has been like an old coin kind of thing. There's something in your home that needs to go. Wow, that's a very specific kind of message, Scorpio. Scorpio, home and family messages for Scorpio. Home and family for our Scorpios. I just heard like an odd creaking noise too. I'm like worrying my camera's about to... Nope, it seems fine. Just picking up on some weird energy here, Scorpio. What's going on? It's like uneasy. It's whatever this is. It's follow the feelings of unease, because there's something in your home that needs to go, and you can feel it. We have the cross. That's spiritual energy for sure. That's trusting your instincts and having faith that you can find this thing and get out of it. You'll know what it is. As soon as you pick it up, you'll know that's what needs to get out. You know, get it out. I need to put distance between myself and that item. There's an uneasiness that you feel when you're near that thing. This is such a weird message, Scorpio. We have the scythe that needs to go. It needs to be, you need to break free from that energy. You need to cut it out. Cut that out of your life, out of your home, out of your family. What is it? What is it that Scorpio is seeking here to get rid of? What exactly is it? Can you tell me what exactly it is that Scorpio needs to rid their home of here? We have the bear and the tree, okay? So something that they both have in common is strength. So that's telling me like a tool, like some sort of tool, something that, you know, gives you strength. Something, I'm also seeing like strength, like a powder, like some sort of like protein powder or something. you know, the tree is growth and healing. So it's like growth. So it could definitely be like some sort of protein powder type thing. It could be something that has, you know, actual nature growth, like animal, a bear and tree. A tree bears fruit. So for some of you, it is a piece of rotting fruit, for sure, because, you know, it's growing mold, and that's that greeny, bluey, grey kind of color, right? Bear. It's not telling me specifically what this is, but it's like something has worn bare, like, you know, like a, because I keep seeing tools, and now I'm seeing, like, you know how, like, when you, like a screw is stripped bare, like there's something to do with the word bear, but it's showing me all the different spellings of bear, like BARE as well, like bare naked, bare truth, bearing. Is there such a thing as wooden bearings? Because, you know, with the tree we have wood. Is that such a thing in a home? Surely that's what they are, right? Wooden bearings underneath the home or in the roof. Maybe you need to check them for mold or something. I'm still seeing mold for some of you. Such a weird message, Scorpio. You are more than welcome to check your other placements. If you live in a home with other people, you may want to check their placements as well and see if that provides any extra light onto that message for you there, Scorpio. Leave me a comment and let me know if you know what that is. There's something because I did hear a creak as well, like a creaking sound, and like a like a sense of unease and awkwardness. So if you know what that is, Scorpio, get that looked at in your home, all right? Because it does feel like for a lot of you, this is your physical home, something that you need to search for and get that either fixed or out of the house altogether. You need to get that problem out. You need to, you know, especially with the scythe there too, because if that's something like a wooden bearing and the scythe comes through and cuts and breaks, so, you know, you need to get that checked. Let me know. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you, Scorpio, and if you know what that might be around your home. You know, it is going to be slightly different for everyone in the collective. I couldn't get a very super clear pin on that one. So it's definitely for a lot of you, similar energies going on right now. But make sure you subscribe, and we will move on over to our Sagittarians. Okay, Sagittarius. Home and family messages for Sagittarius. Whoa, okay. Throwing things at me, Sagittarius. I love it. We have the Jolly Jellyfish has come out for you, as well as the Mystical Moth. Okay, so we're looking at themes of acceptance, faith, and transparency with the jellyfish here. Fluid from floating in the sea, release my doubt and let my light shine. I wanted to say fluid form, floating in the sea, release my doubt and let me see. Clarity, give me clarity. Transparency. Mystical moth. Spirituality, psychic ability, passion. Shimmering maiden of the moon, uncover the arcane knowledge I seek. Clarity. It's something about clarity, seeing things clearly, seeing through things. Transparency. Your intuition might be telling you something, but you just cannot quite see the situation clearly. But you will soon see very clearly what's going on with this situation in the home or the family. Sagittarius, there's something a little bit deeper about it too. It's not just, you know, that's a very strong spiritual kind of message there. There's something on a deeper level to this that maybe that's why you're having trouble seeing the full situation so far, because you're not understanding the deeper layer of the situation, the subconscious energy of this. Sagittarius, home and family messages for Sagittarius, because I'm seeing things like somebody acting out of you know, their trauma or something along those lines, you know, something deeper. It's like a deeper issue. It's not just the surface stuff that's going on here. There's something going on a deeper level that this is coming from. Definitely, because I'm getting a lot of spiritual energy here, Sagittarius. We have the Rider coming through first. So, you know, I do feel as though this is going to become clear to you soon. There is some sort of news on the way that you're going to need to see a little bit deeper beyond what this means, what's going on with this situation. We have the Cross there as well. So very spiritual energy here as well. Having faith that everything is falling into place in the way that it should be, even if it does, you know, set the unease off. It's because you're not understanding the deeper layer of things to it straight away. But once you get that transparency to understand the spiritual message behind this, or the deeper level message behind this, you will understand the situation a lot more, and you will see through that very clearly. We also have the Fox here, Sagittarius. So you are needing to do what you need to do in this situation. Look out for you first and foremost, okay? Your survival is paramount here. You need to be very clever, maybe even a little bit tricksy about the way that, you know, you're not. I feel like that's a very non-confrontational energy. You're saying what people need to hear, kind of thing. You're doing what needs to be done for the situation, yes, but what needs to be done for you. And so, you know, this is that kind of energy where someone's going to tell you you're selfish for doing something or saying something, but you're not being selfish at all. You're looking out for your own needs first. And that's actually what you need to do in this situation, because especially once you see the underlayer of this situation, there's more going on here. So you know, if somebody's acting or speaking out of, you know, very base level trauma and things like that, they're not coming from a place where they're being empathetic to you. Whereas you need to be empathetic towards yourself and look after yourself in the situation. All right. So there is the need to put yourself first and be smart about it. I feel like this is, don't talk about it too much straight away. Wait until you understand the deeper level of what's going on here. All right. Don't get involved in a situation within the home or the family. Like, don't start an argument or anything like that. Don't get involved in it until you can see very, very clearly the underlying reasons or whatever for something. Okay. So I just feel like it's something along the lines here, Sagittarius, of someone saying something to you and, you know, you're very tempted to, you know, be a bitch about it. But once you see, you know, the underlying subconscious reason that they said that, it kind of makes things kind of fall into place for you a little bit. And you're like, righto, I see. So I can see the full story now. But now I need to be clever about the way that I actually react to that. Because I'm just kind of getting that, you know, reacting to that immediately is not in your best interests here, that you need to think about how you're going to react about that. You need to be clever about how you take that on board or how you react to that. All right. So that's kind of what's coming through as your main example there. Sagittarius, but you are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe, and we will move on over to Capricorn. Capricorn, home and family messages for our Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know right now in regard to home and family? I kind of want to say house and home for you, Capricorn. I feel like for a lot of you it's more material. Oh, frolicking fox, though. Very intelligent energy there. Let's have a look at the fox in this deck. Cleverness, deduction, perseverance. What's the deduction, Capricorn? Playful trickster of the forest, grant me the gifts of speed and stealth. Capricorn, you're needing to use your brain. This is rational, logical energy, intelligent energy. This is stealthy energy too. Doing something under the cover of the trees, you know, like not necessarily being loud and vocal about what you're doing here. I feel like for a lot of you, this has got to do with money, to do with home. Especially with that word deduction coming up. Because it feels like a deduction, like a reduction. Like a reduction in a bill, or like your rent gets reduced or something like that. And you need to be very clever about how you move forward with this situation. So what's the, I keep wanting to say, Capricorn, what's the deduction? Because it's like if you have investment properties, especially, like there's some sort of deduction that's coming through here that you need to pay attention to the deduction. And the reduction. But you also need to be very clever about this. You're not talking about this. You're not telling everyone about, oh, guess what? My rent got reduced by $10 a week. You're not telling anyone about this. You're being very stealthy and careful about how you, very intelligent about how you approach this. Capricorn, home and family messages for our Capricorns. Like I said, it feels very physical. It doesn't feel like to do with the actual family as such. Firstly, we see the moon. So something under the light of the moon, something under the light of the moon comes to light. So that's such a weird message. We have the moon and then the sun coming through, Capricorn. Something under the light of the moon comes to light. Is the message I'm getting from that there immediately. That's the first thing that it's telling me. Comes to light that it needs to be broken or cut out, cut free from. There's a big change that needs to occur here. We have the scythe as well. But it's a harvest. It's not just to break free. It's not just to cut that, slice that in half. It's a harvest where we're cutting that out so that we can develop that into something new. Clarify the moon, please. Clarify the moon for Capricorn and home and family, please. Home and family messages for Capricorn. Please clarify the moon. It feels like you're racing towards something here too. It's a decision. The fox on the bottom. The hidden energy is the fox as well. Intelligence. So whatever you're doing, it needs to be done under the light of the moon, right? So that it's hidden in the darkness. It's hidden. It's stealthy. It's a decision you're making to jump into something, to invest in something. We have the crossroad and the clover clarifying that. So it's a choice or a decision that you're making to follow a certain path, like to jump into something, to invest in something, to take a chance on something, to take a risk on something. A lot of money cards coming through here. So for a lot of you, this has got to do with money sides of home, family, that you're spending on something, you're investing in something, you're choosing to invest. So if you're getting like a rent reduction, you're investing that in something. You know, like if the rent's getting reduced by $10 a week, you're investing that $10 into something. I am getting for a couple of you here, Capricorn, that you're you know, the stealthy thing that you're doing, the choice that you're making, the pathway that you're following, the thing that you're jumping into is to move homes. And you may be in a situation where you're needing to make sure you wait to reveal that at the right time. Because, you know, with even though we're doing that stealthily, it needs to be revealed at some point here with the sun. Because you're chasing the sun, you know, you're doing something under the cover of the night, but it results in you chasing the sun. So it's in order to chase happiness and find your own happiness and make happier choices for yourself. Invest in things that are going to, you know, bring more light into your life, Capricorn. But you are being very independent, looking out for you first and foremost here. Or you know, and you may involve more than just yourself. It may be yourself and, you know, your close loved ones. But I am picking up here on a rental situation for someone with a, you know, something's about to come to light that you're about to harvest. You're about to, you know, sell a property or move properties. I'm getting for someone here, it's moving, that you're under the cover of the darkness. You're stealthily saving up money to move. And then once you're ready to do that, then you bring it out into the open and you tell that, look, this is going to make me happier. You know, there's a reason that it needs to be hidden though. And that reason is self-preservation. So if you you know, bring this to light and tell everyone what you're doing right here, right now, it's going to get in the way of this. This is a choice that you're making for you. And, you know, it's a risk that you're taking, not, it's kind of this energy of like, if you tell people about this, they'll tell you not to do that. They'll tell you that that's not a good investment, Capricorn. That's not a good risk. Don't take that chance. But you know, you already know that you're going to do this. Or you will. It's like you're moving forward. It's a moving forward energy. It's like you're breaking free. You know, for some of you, you may be breaking free from a toxic relationship or something along those lines. Breaking free from an unhappy home life. You know, whether that's a rental situation. Like, because I am picking up very strongly here on a Capricorn who's got roommates. Like, housemates, flatmates, and that's what you need to change, is the housemate situation. So I am picking up on that specifically for someone there, and that's why you're doing this a little bit stealthy until you're ready to go, kind of thing, because it'll make the situation worse. Yeah. So take that as it resonates, Capricorn. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements. Of course, subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, home and family for Aquarius. Home and family messages for Aquarius. Okay, we have the wondrous whale coming through for you, Aquarius. Okay, introspection, depth, transcendence. Interesting. Some of these cards I can't read properly. Ancient song and soul of the sea, awaken the cosmic awareness within. So there's something that you need to know about the home and the family right now. It's like a music helps you find the answers. I can tell you that. Aquarius, home and family for Aquarius, please. Home and family messages for Aquarius. This is like you're transcending an issue, or yeah, you're more mature. Like you may be teaching someone as well, because there is a lot of wisdom coming through here on your end, Aquarius, because we're starting off with the tree here, which is, you know, a lot of wisdom and maturity just in that. But it's followed up here by the letter. So it's the way that you're expressing maturity, the way that you're expressing, look, I've grown, I've healed, I've grown. You're communicating wisdom and maturity in the way that you're speaking, the way that you're being at the moment. And we do see the book here as well. So that's like a learning and education. So you're expressing wisdom, a lot of wisdom coming from your energy here. You know, the whale, the tree, and the book all talk about wisdom and being knowledgeable. And you're expressing that. You're communicating that knowledge. So for some of you, though, this is a very spiritual knowledge as well. It's not just, you know, intelligent knowledge. It could be spiritual knowledge, you know, understanding things in ways other people don't see them. So it's, you know, ancient song and soul of the sea, awaken the cosmic awareness within. So introspection, depth, and transcendence. So your introspection here is showing you your own depth and awareness. But there's a transcendence here where you're kind of, for some reason, it's like you're rising above the other home and family members here. You're rising above something. So you're kind of like rising above any issues within the family here and offering your advice and your knowledge on how to, you know, transcend those issues. So it's like you're just being looked up to at the moment, and that you're needing to take that on, that you are the wise, mature energy here right now, Aquarius, and that you are the one that needs to be mature and grown and wise in this situation. That this is, you know, the more that we teach others, the more that we actually can learn as well. So there is a deeper introspection available for you here as well. It's very like an awareness of your own maturity and self that's coming through here. But it's like someone's looking up to you, like you're needing to be a good role model for somebody within the family right now. And that's all that it wants to talk about for you, Aquarius. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course, and, you know, see if that adds any extra info for you there as well. But make sure you subscribe, and we will move on over to Pisces. Okay, Pisces. Home and family messages for our Pisces. Home and family messages for Pisces. The loyal llama. So cute. Llamas are so cute. The no drama llama. I love it. Patience, stamina, diligence. Persistent and peaceful grassland dweller. Show me fortitude in troubled times. Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. The no drama llama. All right? No drama llama. That's you, Pisces. You're, you know, there may be some drama going on in the family right now. Your peacekeeper energy. Stay out of it kind of energy. You're like, I don't want no drama over here, thank you. I'm just chilling over here, munching on my grass. Leave me the F out of your drama, family. Definitely. You're very loyal to these people, but that's kind of why you're like, I don't even want to get involved. Because, you know, you're just, because there's something about your energy right now, Pisces, where you know that if you get involved in this argument between two family members, they're both going to end up blaming you somehow, randomly, somehow. You're trying to come in as the peacekeeper. Nah, you just stay the F out of it, to be honest, Pisces. That's the main message I'm getting for you here. The no drama llama. You're And you're calling it out to people and you're saying, no, I'm the no drama llama this week. Sorry, I'm out. Pisces. Pisces, home and family messages for our Pisces. I'm very clearly getting you going, you sort your own things out, guys. I'm over here on my own. I'm not involved in that. Thank you very much. Pisces, home and family messages for our Pisces, please. Yeah, Pisces, you're like, I'm innocent. I'm staying out of it. We have the child coming through first. I'm innocent. I'm staying out of it. I just want to have fun and enjoy life. I just want to, if you just want to, go on an adventure and have fun and play and get along and all that sort of fun stuff, I'm there. I'm going to be there on that adventure right by your side. But, I'm innocent. I'm staying out of this. I'm naive. I don't know. And I know nothing. I could hear a Pisces kind of be like, I know nothing. No, I know nothing about this. Leave me out of it. It's very, very strong message for you, Pisces. We have the anchor. Because you're just over here. I'm just chilling over here, enjoying life, being, having fun, being free. I'm not getting pulled down into your drama. I'm not getting stuck in that. I'm staying put where I am in this child energy where I'm innocent. Don't drag me down to the bottom of the ocean with you. I'm out of it, You need to be very reliably out of it, though, okay? You need to be very secure that I am not getting involved. That needs to be your loyalness to yourself first and foremost, all right? To enjoying life at the moment, right? Because otherwise you're going to get dragged down into this big time. We also have the clouds coming through here, Pisces. And that's why you need to be very diligent with your own thoughts, because there is going to come a space in this where all of a sudden you do feel like you kind of get swept up into it just in the way that you're thinking about it, because you may have a strong opinion one way or the other, and you may actually be watching this situation go on and you go, oh, it's person X, they're in the right, person Z is wrong, and you may very clearly be able to see that. But the second that you step into the middle of that, you get dragged right down there with them. And then all of a sudden, all three of you are in the bottom of the ocean, anxiety, getting depressed about this situation, and arguing. There's a lot of arguing coming through in this message. It's not you arguing, though, but don't allow your thoughts and your opinions to drag you into the mess as well, all right? You need to definitely steer clear of it altogether. Not even trying to give your 2 cents at all, Pisces. It's very, very clearly giving you a very specific message when it comes to that, okay? But you are getting a little bit overwhelmed because you may think you know how to fix this, but do not try. Do not try, because, is it worth risking you getting dragged down into that as well? All right. So that's what we've got for you today, Pisces. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements and see if that helps add a bit of extra information for you there. But make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all again soon.